Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to the weekly live for relationship communications. Welcome to this week's weekly live. I'm thrilled to have you here with me. And for those of you that are joining just for the first time, I'm Lisa DeToffel, and I'm the founder of Relationship Communications. It's my online community where I work with established and aspiring entrepreneurs. And today I'm going to be your host for the Relationship Communications Weekly Live, which is my weekly live stream show that airs every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So I hope that you will put that on your calendar and make plans to attend every Friday morning at 10 a.m. And my goal here is to share tactical and practical information to help you get where you want to go faster than you can go on your own. I've been an entrepreneur for 6 years and I've made many mistakes, and I'm here to tell you that I can help you move through them more quickly by sharing what I've learned through my experiences. So if you're joining me live, let me know that you're here. Say hello and let me know where you're coming in from. We are streaming in various different places. And so if you are watching us on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so that you can be notified every time that we do go live. And again, thank you for joining me today. So today we're going to be talking about referrals are the best clients. And I cannot stress that enough because they absolutely are. I get most of my clients through referrals. I was just speaking with another business owner yesterday who shared the exact same thing. I was asking, just met them, so it was a new relationship getting started. And I asked them, how do you get all your business? Do you network, etc.? They said word of mouth and referrals. People refer others to me. So referrals is a great way to gain new business and clients and customers. So before we dive into our topic today, I want to introduce myself. So again, if you are joining me live, please say hello and let me know where you're coming in from. So when I was a preschool teacher back in 2017 and 25 years prior to that, I had dreamed of working from home. But I had been through 2 messy divorces and been a single mom twice. And it just didn't seem possible at that time because I was the breadwinner of my household and very scared, being an introvert, to take a chance and step out and do something on my own. And then I met my current husband, Jeff, in 2012, and then that is when I could see the possibility of my dream coming true. However, it was not an easy task. So with Jeff's support, I started a training program to learn how to become a virtual assistant in 2018, which also showed me how to start my own business. So by the end of that program, I had a couple of clients and have continued to grow my business, and now the Tiger Eye Solution team, which I put together in 2021 every single year. So my life looks a whole lot different now than it did back then. This is me and my husband, Jeff, our 3 kids, Caleb, Matthew, and Alyssa, our grandchildren, John Price, Hattie, and Anakin. So this is my why. This is why I do what I do. And I'm sure, you have a why as well, whatever that may be, whether it's your family or whether it's something else. You have a reason of why you actually started your business, and that should be your ultimate goal, right? Is to grow your business, make the income you want to make, and be able to spend more time with your family if that's your why, or if that's something that you want to do, and move forward, every single year. Move your business forward in the direction you want it to go, right? Okay, so let's jump into why referrals are your best clients and how to get them. Okay, I have a lot to share with you today. If you want to take a few notes, that's perfectly fine as well, because there's a lot of great of information here. So again, we're going to talk about why referrals are the best way to get clients and how to create an engine of referrals for your business. So I want to talk about why this is a really important topic. As you can imagine, being the founder of Relationship Communications, I talk to business owners all the time. And what's funny is I'm always surprised because here's what happens. People will say, I got a new client. Um, and it was a referral. Someone sent that person to me, and um, they're kind of bummed about it. I'm like, that's not the intention there. You should be, really excited. Then they say, none of my efforts, my marketing efforts have paid off because I'm only getting clients from customers who know people that I know. Guys, that's awesome. That's the good news. You want to celebrate that. Having clients and customers come to you from people who know you is extremely a different experience than trying to find them on your own. So please don't be upset if all your posting on social media is not attracting the strangers you're trying to reach out to, right? Because that is a whole other layer of complexity, okay, that happens when you're hired by a stranger that don't know you. It might not feel like a good fit, when you start working together. So, and when you have conversations with those strangers, they may just think you're trying to sell them something. But if it's a referral coming from somebody that already knows you, it's easy peasy, right? They already know that you're good at whatever it is you do. So that's an advantage for you on your part, right? So the trust, when it's the strangers, the trust is not the same. It's just a different relationship altogether. So I'll go into more detail about that in a few minutes, but that is at the top. It's top level that is different. Okay, and that first call with a different person or person you don't know, it starts out different. You start working together. It may be different. It might not be a good fit, etc. So the way they feel about you and the way they feel about paying you for whatever it is you're doing for them is a lot different as well. So it's not that way when the client customer comes through a referral. They're going to already trust you because they trust that person that referred them to you, right? So the know, like, and trust factor is already there as soon as you have that first conversation with that person, with that potential client, okay? Because, like I said, the person that referred them to you knows you and has built a know, like, and trust factor with you, and they also know that the potential client. So it's a Okay, guys, I think we are back live. Sorry. Um, I want to reintroduce myself just in case I don't know what parts of this you saw and what parts you didn't see. So we'll kind of backtrack a little bit to the introductions, and then I'll dive into our topic for today, which is referrals are my best clients. So it took me a few minutes to get everything set back up. I'm not certain what happened. I have been having some technical difficulties this week and am in the process of getting them taken care of. So, back in 2017, when I was a preschool teacher, and 25 years prior, I dreamed of working from home. But I had been through 2 messy divorces and been a single mom twice. And it just didn't seem possible at that given time. So, because I was the breadwinner at that time, of the household. And of course, I was scared to take that chance and go out on my own and try to start a business. Then I met my husband in 2012, my husband Jeff, and that is when I could start to see the light at the end of the tunnel and the possibility of my dream coming true. However, it was not an easy task. But with Jeff's support, I started a training program to learn how to be a virtual assistant in 2018, and which also showed me how to start my own business. And by the end of that 6-month program, actually it took me about a year to complete the program, I had a couple of clients and have continued to grow my business. And now the Tiger Eye Solution team, which I created in 2021, every single year. So, of course, my life looks a whole lot different now. This is me and my husband, Jeff, our children, Caleb, Matthew, and Alyssa, and our 3 grandchildren, John Price, Hattie, and Anakin. So, yeah, a lot of different things going on now for sure in my life. This is my why. I'm sure you have a why as well as to why you started your business, why you get up and do what you do every single day, and why you help the people that you help. And that's the case for me as well. But these are the people I do it for sure. So let's go ahead and dive into our topic, why referrals are best clients. Like I said, I went back, just kind of backtrack a little bit to help us move forward in the right direction and make sure that I cover all the information. Okay. Don't want anybody to miss it. If you are joining me live, do say hello and let me know where you're coming in from. I would love to hear that. And again, my apologies for the crash, I guess, earlier, but I think now we are on the right track. So we will move forward. All right, we're going to talk about why referrals are the best way to get clients and how to create an engine of referrals for your business, okay? So I want to talk about why this is a really important topic as well. As you can imagine, being the founder of Relationship Communications, I talk to business owners all the time. And what I have found is they're surprised. They're always surprised because, if they get referrals, if they get clients or customers through referrals, because here's what happens. People will say, I got a new client. It was a referral, and they seem kind of bummed about it. And then they share that, none of my efforts, my marketing efforts, all the posts and stuff that I put out there on social media, all the things have paid off because I'm only getting clients and customers who know people that I know. Guys, that's the best way to get clients. And I'm going to tell you why. I promise you, referrals are the best way to get clients. I get clients all the time through referrals. So that's really the good news, okay? Is that you're getting referred to other people. You want to celebrate that, not be all bummed out about it, okay? Because having clients or customers come to you from people who know you, it's effortless, it's a different experience for sure. So, please don't be upset if you're posting on social media, all the places and not attracting all those strangers that's seeing all your content, right? Because strangers, they can be good clients or customers, but that's not really who you want to target, okay? Because there's a whole nother layer of complexity that happens when you are hired by a stranger. They don't know you. You might feel like you have to sell yourself to them. They may feel like they need you to sell your, whatever you offer to them. And the trust is not the same either. It's just a different relationship altogether when you're, gaining a client through gaining a stranger client that really doesn't know you yet. Okay. So, we'll get more in detail about that in a little bit, but that is at the top. The top level is there's a different first call you'll have with them. There's a different way you'll start working together. There may, so many different things. Okay. It's going to be different the way they feel about you and maybe the way they're going to be paying you, etc. A lot of different things. Okay. But when it's a referral, it's going to be different on the other end of the spectrum. Because the know, like, and trust factor is already there. If they were referred to you by somebody that already knows you, that person that already knows you already has built that know, like, and trust with you. And that's why they're referring their friend of another person that they know and have built know, like, and trust factor with to you, because they know it's going to be a good partnership and relationship. And that y'all will work well together, because what they're looking for is exactly what you have to offer. And they know you're good at what it is you do, right? So here's the thing. First of all, someone has to talk to them, who knows you, right? And likely they have gushed or, talked about you in a positive way, okay, over the person that they think very highly of, right? And they will also be one of your favorite clients or customers. When that client comes to you and has, maybe if you give a free consultation call like I do, they come to that call and they're just speaking so highly of you, this, that, and the other, because that's what was shared with them through that mutual person that you both know. Okay. And the flip side is both of you are happy. They're really, really happy to have gotten introduced to you, because they know you're going to help take care of XYZ, whatever it is they need. And that you were referred to them by somebody they absolutely trust. They know and they trust. So they already are comfortable knowing that you're going to do a good job with XYZ, with whatever it is you're going to do for them, right? So if the potential client comes and they are referred by someone you don't know or you don't like so much, be careful. Okay. I have thought to myself in the past too many times, oh, it will be different this time, or I can really help them with blah, 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 or they really need me, that kind of thing. But then they turn out to be just like the client or customer that referred them. If the referral person that you both know is someone that you don't like very much, or you don't have the greatest relationship with, etc., then you might not want to take that client or customer on. You might just tell them, I don't think we're a good fit to work together, and maybe refer someone else to them that might could help them with whatever it is they need, right? So, and because it's going to end up, you're not going to enjoy working with that client. If they do come on board and become a client, it's not going to be a good relationship. You're not going to enjoy working with them. So, get the extra details and intels, from the referral, all the nitpicking information. Okay. You need to know all that stuff. Now, referrals have had time to think about you. They maybe checked out your website. They have gone to your LinkedIn profile, checked you out there, and they have a window into who you are before they ever get on that call with you, right? So if you're publishing a newsletter on a regular basis, which I highly do recommend, they may already be a subscriber. Maybe when they went to your website to check you out, they subscribed and signed up for your newsletter, right? So You get on the call with them, and you don't have to sell yourself or sell your services or product or whatever it is you have to offer, right? Sometimes all they want to know is, are you taking new clients? Do you have the availability to bring on new clients or customers? And all you have to say is yes or no. Yes, I'm definitely taking on new clients. Let's talk, right? And I'm not kidding. When clients come from referrals, we have a 30-minute consultation call. But the closer I am to the client, the more productive our relationship is. The faster they just want to hire me. They're just ready, at that given time, ready to get started. So the record is 4 minutes. The person on the phone or on the Zoom call, X said, you were amazing and I need help with my newsletter or updating my website, all the things that you can do for them or that I could do for them, right? I would love to work with you. Are you taking new clients? Now, the consultation call can be as simple and as quick as that. They just want to know, are you taking on new clients? Can we start working together so you can take care of my newsletter, my website updates, whatever it is they need, right? And then I think for a minute and I take a breath and I said, tell me a little bit more about you and your business. And we get to know each other a little bit more, right? But because of the referral source, because they were crystal clear about what they wanted, and, they had checked me out for sure, it's a slam dunk. I know this is going to be a good relationship and a good client to work with. So just know it doesn't have to be hard to get new clients at all. It really, really doesn't. I had one person, he didn't actually hire me because sometimes they come and they think they're ready and then they're not. They get scared, just like we get scared, because when you hire a VA, using my business for example, but the method can be used in other businesses as well. You have to be ready to take on a new client. They have to be ready to start that business relationship with you and be ready to allow you to do XYZ, whatever it is they need you to do. And sometimes they're not there yet. And that's okay if they're not. Just tell them, I don't think you're ready to hand XYZ off to me and let me do it for you. Maybe in a couple months, we could come back and have another conversation, and see if you're ready at that time. Just make a suggestion and keep going, right? So you have to know what you need. You have to get organized, and you're going to have to be clear on what you want. And sometimes that can put people in a state of distress. Your boundaries have to be clear to the person when you're talking to them, how you do business, the processes, all those different things that you have in place that you use when you're working with clients. You have to be crystal clear when sharing those things with the potential client, okay? So that they're not caught off guard, because that's not going to benefit you or them or the relationship in any way, right? So you want to make sure you're crystal clear during that consultation call with how you do business and how you work with clients, okay? For sure. The conversation could possibly go right like this. He shared that he had been thinking about hiring a virtual assistant for over a year. And he says, I think I'm ready to get started. And I had no idea, who this person was. I looked him up. He was a subscriber for my email newsletter. So every 2 weeks, like clockwork, boom, I was in his email inbox. That was really the conversation that we had. He stated that he got my name from so-and-so, whoever the referral person is, and I've been thinking about hiring you for a year. been thinking about hiring a virtual assistant for a year, and I've been following you for a year, and looking and seeing everything that you're doing, things you're sharing, etc. So I'm ready to get started. How great is that when you get to that consultation call and that's what they share with you? They've been following you for a year, reading all the valuable content that you have put in your newsletter and sent out, etc., etc. So they're ready to go. That's an awesome way to get a client, right? So these are not isolated stories. I have so many stories like this that I could share with you on how to do this, okay? So what attracts referrals? And I would love to hear what you have to say in the chat as I tell you this, or if you have found this to be the case for you as well. Here's what attracts referrals. Number one, do really good work. Whatever it is, whatever that looks like for you, and whatever the work is that you do, just do very good work. Number two, be reliable. Do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. Okay? If you say you're going to do something and you can't do it, let the client or customer know. I know I said I was going to update XYZ by the end of the day today. The way my day unfolded changed, and I wasn't able to get to it. I'll handle it tomorrow by 9 a.m. I mean, just let them know. Be upfront, be honest, be open, all the things. Don't just let it slide. That's the wrong way to handle it, okay? The other thing is you want to be visible. And we're going to talk about ways to do that in a minute. But when you get to work, you are really going to want to acknowledge it. So I have a client named Megan. She emailed me yesterday, asked me, can you do this, this, and this? And asked me a question. I didn't have a chance to email her back yesterday. So this morning, first thing, I emailed her. I said, hi, Megan, just wanted to let you know I got your email. I'll handle XYZ today or tomorrow, and I'll check in with you about, or I'll handle X and Y today, and I'll check in with you about Z later this week. You're letting them know, yes, I got your email. I got your request for me to do or take care of XYZ for you. I have time today to do part of it. I don't have time to do all of it. So you let them know what parts you're going to take care of today, and then you'll take care of the other the following day. Right? Because, you already have other things on your calendar, right? So you may not have the time to get all the things taken care of that they're asking for. So she knows the simple ways. That's just some simple ways to be visible with your clients and customers. Really important, okay? The other thing is that is going to attract referrals is your level of professionalism. So making sure your stuff looks good. Whatever it is you're putting out there on your social media channels or wherever it is that you, in your newsletter, all the different places that you share content and information about your business. So if you're publishing an email newsletter, make sure it looks good every time it goes out. In other words, like for me, I'll put it together, but I also make sure one of my team members proofreads it for me before I send it out. I'm human. I make mistakes. I make typos, all the things. So that is a possibility that when I'm doing my newsletter that can happen. And yes, I go back and proof it myself, but I'm so close to it, I might not see it. So before I schedule it to go out on whatever day it's supposed to go out, I let one of my team members proof it for me first. And then I schedule it to go out on the specific date I need it to go out. So if you have a website, make sure that there's no typos. All the buttons work, and a good rule of thumb is maybe check these things periodically, maybe every 3 to 6 months. go just do a check-in with your website and make sure everything is still working correctly. Nothing has crashed or, what have you. Because when people are going to your website, things can happen when they're checking you out on your website. So just make sure everything is updated properly. Nothing has, crashed or a page crashed or something and it's missing or whatever. Just make sure you keep up with it, in other words, okay? So, answer your phone, make sure your voicemail is professional. Now, for me, I have a business phone and I do have a voicemail on there, and it is a professional voicemail. It's about Tiger Eye Solution. It's about the hours that I work, etc. And I encourage them to leave me a detailed message, and then I would get back to them within 24 hours. Because they may call me, after hours, after I'm not in my office any longer for the day. So I'm not even going to get that message till the next morning. Because I don't take my phone with me at the end of the day when I leave my office. It stays in my office. I mean, unless it's Thursdays. Thursdays I'm not in my office, and I will take my business phone with me and try to answer it if at all possible during regular business hours. So all that is detailed in my message. So when they call me, that's the voicemail they're going to get. And asking them to leave me a detailed message, the reasoning of why they're calling. So yeah. Matter of fact, here's an example. This is Lisa. You have reached Tiger Eye Solution. Please leave a message at the tone. It's a little bit more detailed than that, but I mean, that's a simple version. Because I do go into detail and say, our regular business hours are 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern time. If this is before or after regular business hours, you will be contacted. This phone call, your call will be returned, or we will be in touch with you within 24 hours after you have called, something to that effect. So anyway, you don't have to go into all those details if you don't want to. You can just use a simple one. This is Lisa. You have reached Tiger Eye Solution. Please leave a message at the time. Something as simple as that. It's fine. So think about all the ways you can take yourself to the next place or to the next level. It doesn't take a lot when you work virtually. Professional headshots, if you're going to do in-person or either online networking, get a business card. Yes, a physical business card. That's very important. I know a lot of people are using the digital business cards, and I get it. I have that one too. But I also have physical business cards. Because if I'm going to a networking event in person, I'm going to hand that person something when I'm talking to them. And 9 times out of 10, they give me their business card too. So when I go to an in-person networking event, just like I did last week, I come home with new business cards of new people that I have met. And I have something specific that I do with them for sure. I'm not going to get into that here right now. But yes, every time you go to an in-person networking event, make sure you do have business cards. All these things are just really shows that you are taking yourself seriously. You're taking your business seriously. Taking yourself seriously is really important if you want to be successful, right? You have to take yourself and your business seriously in order to be successful. Now, will you be an overnight success? Probably not. I wasn't. When I first started, within the first week or even the first month, I was not successful yet. It took a little bit of time. But now I've been in business for 6 years and I am successful. I have a team, that helps me be successful. Very grateful for them too. So the other thing is being centered and calm. So stuff is going to happen. And when you can save a client or customer from a disaster in a calm and centered way, it goes a long way. So really listening to what they are saying. I look at it like dropping into a zone. Like, okay, I have a problem. I need to solve it right now. Take a deep breath. Listen to the client. Things happen. Websites could go down. Newsletters go out with mistakes. Things happen. That may or may not be related to something I did. but you want to really be calm and centered when that client comes to you discussing or wanting to talk about something that went wrong. Okay. So I want to talk about how to make a client attracting referral system. And it all starts with a simple success formula. Now, I know you have done the networking, you may have done the networking method launchpad in the past, and we talk about the simple success formula during that training. So here's what the simple success formula is. It's stay in touch with the people you know, people that you like. Number 2, tell them about your business in a simple, clear way. And repeat. So let's talk about the people you know. Bosses, co-workers, neighbors, friends, cousins, people you know, right? And you don't want to prospect. You're not trying to figure out who's going to hire you. You just want everyone to know. So think about this example. You need to get my garage light replaced. I'm not going to Google it, and I'm not going to go down the list of the yellow pages. Yes, I'm old. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask friends and neighbors who has garages with lights. Did you ever have your garage light repaired or replaced? That's how I'm going to do. I'm just going to ask them. That's how people are going to find you and your business as well. Because if they have a garage and they've had to replace the light in the garage, then they're going to tell me who they called or who did it for them. In other words, they're referring me to a person that they know that can replace that light in my garage for me, right? So you just want to keep in touch with all the people you know. Then you want to stay in touch with them in various different ways, like your email newsletter, snail mail, like send them a card, a thank you card, or just getting in touch or touching base, or a spring card. Right now, I'm in the middle of sending out spring cards to everybody on my list because spring's right around the corner. Wishing them a happy spring. And that's not difficult, guys. And it's very appreciative. Also send individual emails. In the academy, we talk about something that's called a stay in touch email. That's an individual email to different people. And I send 2 to 3 of those out every single day. So I do all 3 of these things. I send out an email newsletter. I send out snail mail, physical cards, different types at different times of the year. And then I also send out individual emails. And you can do it too to help keep yourself top of mind. Because the more you do to keep yourself top of mind, they're going to remember you. And when the need comes up of whatever you have to offer, they're going to contact you. Or if they have a friend that needs what you have to offer, they're going to refer you. That's how it works, right? So like I said, I do all 3 of these because I know the importance of staying in touch with people I know. And you can do the same. Okay. All right. I want to share a little bit of something with you. In April, I will be offering the Networking Method Launchpad again. April 23rd of 2025 is our next 3-day event of the Networking Method Launchpad, where I will share with you how to start your networking journey, build your network on a regular basis, no matter if you're starting from scratch or you have tried networking before. These are tried and true methods, and I teach sorry. I lost my place there for a second, and have been doing this myself since 2018. So everyone is welcome. This is a 3-day free event. It is free. So mark your calendar to join us on April 23rd for the Networking Method Launchpad. And if you're not a part of our free Facebook group, Relationship Communications, I invite you to go over and join. There'll be more information about this Launchpad shared there as well. And when you do have to sign up for the Launchpad, okay? When you sign up for it, you'll be invited to a private Facebook group where the Launchpad is actually going to be taking place. Okay. So this will be lots of fun. We have prizes involved, all kind of different things, great things. There's a workbook also you'll get access to, so you don't want to miss it. If you have any questions about it, I'll be happy to answer those questions for you. Part 1, day 1, is on April 23rd, and we'll be talking about what is networking. And then part 2, which will be April 28th, is magical, because we'll learn how to get real about our networking. And then part 3, that takes place on April 30th, we'll learn how to start from where you are. There will be homework involved as well. There'll be bonuses and so much more. And I'm going to also at that time open the doors to the Networking Method Academy, my 6-month signature course on how to make the most of your networking efforts. Now, I would love to have you think about that. I'd love to have you come join us for the 3-day Launchpad event. So keep your eyes open for that. Go join the Relationship Communications Facebook group if you haven't already, to where you can learn more. And I'll see you again soon.